So good morning. Arriving on our little magic carpet here, right? Coming down, adjusting the towel or bolster, whatever you're using, so that it just hits at the bottom of the shoulder blades. A pillow or a block to rest your head. The feet hip distance apart, thighs are parallel. Let's take a moment here to rest the hands on the belly. Just giving ourselves permission to arrive. It's core day. You can make it your own special core day. So just arrive here. As you close down the eyes, feel into the breath. As you feel into the breath, feel into the body. And as you feel into the body, feel into the support of your mat and the earth underneath you. Drawing in a nice full deep breath. And then just let the breath go nice and soft. And if you have any support now underneath your head, set it aside. And as you drop your head back down, again, here's where you notice, is the towel bolster too high? Yes, you're going to get a nice stretch through the collarbone, right through the chest, but you want to be able to breathe without it being constricted. So make any adjustments here that you need. And with the feet parallel and the thighs parallel, take a moment, just pick up your hips and tuck the tailbone in just a bit. So you're rounding in so that the low back is not in a high arch. And then from this position, again, just to scan the body, bring the hands, palms down onto the thighs, the heel of the hand coming to the crease of the hips. So we're just going to slide the hands up, taking an inhale, sliding the fingers up towards the knees, and then releasing back down. And we're going to take about 5 of these. So just slide up and back. So inhaling as you come down to fill with breath and exhaling as you roll up. We'll take one more. And as you come back down here, again, notice whether you need to make any adjustments. And then we'll interlace right around the back of the head and open the elbows up first wide. Again, just another check-in. And for me, as I do this, I think I'm going to lower my towel just a bit so it doesn't sound like I'm straining here. Okay. And come back down. So the elbows are wide, take a full deep breath in, and then draw those elbows up towards the ceiling. The gaze is up at the ceiling, or you can keep your eyes closed, but we're going to keep this head in this neutral position. Draw in your belly as you kind of tuck in that tailbone, and as you're ready, inhale, we come up halfway. Exhale, we round in. Inhale, we come back halfway, and exhale, we release down. So we're not pulling on the head. Inhale as we come in. The head is just resting lightly. Curl it in so that that hip bone and floating rib kind of get closer together. Come back halfway and down. And give yourself about another, maybe 5. So working through the muscles here in the sternum where the rib cage comes together in the chest. We work nice and slow, up with breath and curl in. Inhale and release down. Just take a couple. And hopefully as you move nice and slow, you feel where the muscles are working for you. Right here under the breastbone. All right, finishing the last one nice and slow. Let yourself come down. Open up your elbows. Give yourself a breath here. So you can always continue in just that manner, right? Or you can add in, I'm going to add in the crossover elbow to knee. Not necessary, but if you want to join me, elbows come up towards the ceiling. As you're ready, tuck in the belly, engage the pelvic tilt. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, elbow and knee. Now here, elbow reaches to the knee. I don't let the knee come past the hip point. Inhale and come back down. Elbows up, cross over, come back and down. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, we cross. Inhale, we come back and we lower on the exhale. Let's take about 5. Again, watch that the knee isn't reaching towards you. The knee is where your goal is. And you may not hit it. I don't hit mine, but it's something for me to reach for. Okay, finishing up your last set. Coming down, open up the elbows, let the chest open. And again, this is where you've worked. So you might feel this tightness across the upper ribs, like right at the sternum. So let yourself open up there. Taking in a full deep breath. And then rolling over to the side. Just taking your towel or your bolster, whatever you're using, set it to the side for a second, take a full body stretch, fingers away from toes. And then return, the feet come close to the glutes, press into the heels, lift the hips like you're coming into a bridge. So engage the belly, lift the hips up. Pause a minute in your bridge so that you feel the weight on your upper shoulders, head and neck are not strained. And then take that towel or bolster, slide it underneath you. I always think of Jane here because it's not comfortable for her to rest. But see if you can find the sacrum, that shelf. So it's not the flesh of the bun and it's not the low back. It's this nice shelf that allows us to protect our low back. And then bring your legs to tabletop position. Arms can be wide. Arms can hold on to the side of your mat. Take in a breath, and we're just going to heel drop. So starting with the left, nice and slow. Let the heel tap. Slowly pull it back. Right heel taps. And when we move so slow, you can feel now that we're working the upper chest, so we are low into the belly. So maybe instead of holding on to your mat, you just bring the finger pads right between the hip points and you feel where you're working. And if you're feeling this in your low back, again, draw the belly in and don't come down as far. So let's take a couple more here. Keep the knees over the hip points and work nice and slow. And don't hold your breath. All right, take 2 more each side. Pause here, draw the knees into the chest. Again, we're up on this nice cushion. So when we draw in, we can raise the hips high, and maybe you get this nice stretch into the low back. Coming back, now you can stay with legs and tabletop, or extend the legs up towards the ceiling, flexing through the feet. Good. Spreading through the toes. And again, legs right over the hip points. We're going to drop a heel at a time. So nice and slow. Left heel, up, and right heel, up. So inhale and exhale with each movement. If you're feeling this in your low back again, don't come down as far. So all the low belly muscles, even the hip flexors here. One more each side. And then again, draw the knees into the chest. Nice squeeze. Now here we're going to bring both legs together. So the ankles, the knees, the calves, everything together. Again, let's flex through the heel so the heel goes up. And I only come down a third because this does go into my back. So we never want to compensate the low back. So take a deep breath in, lower any amount. Maybe here again, feel into the belly and draw back up. So as you lower down, big inhale here as you stretch the body, and then exhale and curl it in. And again. And again. If you've got one more in you, take one more, lower it down, draw in your core, pull it up, knees into the chest. Nice job. Drop the feet down, back to that bridge position. Press into your heels, lift your hips, come into that bridge for just a moment. So lifting through the hips, keep the knees in, slide your bolster or whatever you're using off to the side. Stay for a moment to enjoy the opening in the front and the back body. And then slowly drop it down. Bring the feet wide on your mat and drop the left knee in. The right knee stays up. And switch in. Right knee comes in, left knee stays up. And then just work that windshield wiper. Then let's heel toe the feet back to center. Preparing for our eagle crunch. Right knee goes over the left. If you want to double bind through the ankles, take the double bind and then drop the toes back down. Again, here the arms go wide like a T. Right arm under the left, cross at the elbows. Option to just hold on to the back of the shoulders or take the bind around the wrist. Fingers go to the overhead. As you're ready, draw in your core so you feel the whole back supported here on your mat. No arch now in the spine. Taking in the breath, draw in the belly. Exhale, curl it in. Elbows come towards knees. And lower down. Exhale, brings it in, all the air out. Inhale, full breath. Take 3 more on your own here, nice and slow. Again, the goal is for the elbows to head towards the knees, not the knees towards the head. Keep the belly engaged so the low back is protected. On this last one, when you come up, please hold. So really draw the belly in. Feel the expanse in the back of the shoulder blades. Keep those elbows pointing towards the knees. One more breath. Excuse me, by the fireplace. So, all right, release. Let me get a sit. Bring the knees back wide. Left knee falls into center, then the right. And again, let the left knee come in and the right. And then walk the feet back, hip distance apart. This time we'll take it left. So left knee over the right, double bind again if it's there. If it's not, just squeeze the thighs and the calves together. Drop the toes. Left arm underneath the right. Again, hug shoulders or double bind. Arms over the head. As you're ready, draw in your core. Bring up the pelvis just a bit so that you feel the back here. Flat on the mat. Draw in a full breath. Exhale, draws it up. Inhale, relax down. Exhale, draws it up. Relax it down on inhale. Exhale, curl. Inhale, release. Exhale, all the air out as you bring it up. And release. Curl it up. And release. This time, hold it up. So curl everything into the center line. Holding the breath. And take a big in-breath. Let it go. Another breath in. And release. Open up the arms to a cactus, that goalpost arms. Again, kind of squeeze the shoulder blades in underneath you. Taking again the feet wide on the mat. Drop the left knee in the center. Pull it up and then the right. And just alternate here for a moment. And then we'll heel toe the feet back into center. Drop the knees to one side. We're not going to rock and roll up and down, which is really good for your abs. But we're going to meet in a tabletop. So in your table, again, spread your fingers, press your palms, draw your core in, scoop that belly in. Just take a couple cat-cows here and just move through the spine. So mindful cat-cows, right? As we press into the palms, round through the shoulders and we tuck the chin in. And as we drop the belly and lift the chest, gaze goes forward. We have a nice arch in the spine. Just take a couple here. And then coming back to that neutral table again, belly is scooped in, come down onto your forearms and release the legs long. So we're coming into a forearm plank. So right away, you can either interlace your hands at center, so it gives you a little bit more to grip on to press into the forearms. You can keep them parallel. As you press in, you round through the shoulders, you draw in the belly, you send the heels away. Maybe look towards the middle of your forearms, or if you've got the fist, maybe the fist. So we don't collapse here in the chest. Keep the core engaged. Keep the hips back. Send the heels back. Everything is engaged. You're holding your whole body weight here, so just breathe.
We're only going to do this for 30 minutes, so it doesn't matter. Deep breath in and slow breath out. Again, draw a full inhale and a slow exhale. And then slowly, we'll lower the hips down, untuck the toes. Bring that forearms back into that number 11. Elbows right underneath the shoulders. Fingers flared on your mat. Press the palms in and draw the palms towards you. So like you could fold your mat up here. And as you do, allow that to draw from the belly button to the sternum, up. Take the shoulder blades back, squeeze them onto the back body. Open up all those muscles here. And then we'll lower the chest, stack the palms, rest the forehead on the palms. Take a moment to shimmy out the hips. Take a moment to spread the elbows wide so that you can release the arms and the chest to the mat. Everything heavy, everything loose. Enjoy a few minutes if you're able to. Turn off your device. Just spend a few minutes with yourself before you step off of your mat into your day. And may it be a good one for you. Namaste.